Hi guys, I know it's been a while. It's been a week, but I want to keep consistent on my channel, even though sometimes I'm like, who's watching? But definitely got to keep consistency going. I do have some things that I'm going to be working on in the future as far as my channel goes, so stay on the lookout for that. I first of all wanted to pray for those who lost their lives and their families who've lost their lives in the shooting down at Virginia Beach that happened, what was that? 2 days ago. So, Friday. Very sad, and I'm sick of all of this mass shooting and things that are going on over the world. It's just really sickening, and we're not exactly sure what the reason was for that. I haven't gone that far into research about it, but I do know that the killer was gunned down by the police, and he did pass away later. So I just wanted to encourage you to pray for the families, and I will do so. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about being self-sufficient. So I was at church, and the pastor was talking about having a vision, and he was talking about, waiting on the Lord. There's a scripture, it says, wait on the Lord. Those that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. And I wanted to kind of say, that people don't adhere to the rest of that scripture. The rest of the scripture says, those that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles and soar. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. So, yes, we should wait on the Lord, but we should mount up with wings like eagles, and soar. We should run and not be weary. We should walk and not faint. And so, faith isn't just believing in something, but it's stepping out on faith and believing that, something great will come out of you stepping out. You have to step out first, blind faith, and then the action will happen. And the pastor touched on some of this, but I wanted him to tell people to finish the scripture. But I'm going to tell you, and there's a story about a man who, there was a hurricane, and he had saw the news that he was to evacuate. And, he had faith, but he didn't walk on that faith because he decided to wait at his house for God to come and rescue him. And he was waiting for God to come in his form. And so when the news said to evacuate, he didn't. And then, the flood started to rise. And he was in the top bedroom of his house. And some people on a rescue boat had come by. And he was, looking out his window, and they were saying, come, jump into the boat, we're here to help you. And he said, no, go ahead. I'm waiting on the Lord. He's going to help me out of this. And so they moved on. Said, okay, you got it, if you say so. And so then the water got so high that he had to go on his roof. And a helicopter had come. And they said, grab onto the handles, they have like the basket thing that pulls you up. And he's like, no, I'm waiting on the Lord. He's going to get me out of this. You guys go ahead. So they leave, and eventually the water gets too high, and he drowns. And he gets to heaven, and he gets to the gates, and he's like, why didn't God save me? I was waiting for him. And I said, well, God, we warned you when we had the news, the news casting, and the news said to evacuate and everything. But you didn't take heed. You stayed. And he said, so we sent a boat, and you didn't get on the boat. And the Lord sent a helicopter, which you didn't get on either. And that man, he then realized that God doesn't always come in a form that you're waiting for. Sometimes he uses people, and you might not even realize it. And you might be so busy waiting on this big miracle that you miss the blessing because God has sent it in a form that you're not, aware of. But you have to be willing and able to help yourself. It says, wait on the Lord, but it also says, mount up with wings like eagles in store. Run and not be weary, walk and not fail. God helps those who help themselves. And the Bible, says a lot of things. But, we have to be diligent in moving and growing. God puts us in uncomfortable situations so that we will have to move. And just in your life, when you're going through something and you ask God to deliver you from it, you actually have to get up and take those steps. He'll give you a way out, but you have to get up and open that door and walk out. You can't just wait for him to come and, rescue you, and you sit in that situation that you keep praying to get out of. You have to take those steps out. With my weight loss and everything that I've done in this past year, I asked God to help me for years, but I was still eating the same things, and I was still doing the same things. I still wasn't moving and getting up and exercising. So, once I did, then God took care of the rest, and that I was successful in it. That I didn't really have to diet pills and do all this kind of stuff. I took the steps in blind faith that I would be successful, and God took care of the rest. So I just wanted to encourage you that if you want out of a situation, or you want better for yourself, you want a better career, you want to figure out how to make money and work on your own, you want to lose weight, you want to have a successful marriage, you have to take those steps. If you're in a relationship that is just not working instead, and you just want out, you actually have to step out on faith that there's somebody else out there for you. That there's a situation that God is trying to put you in. But if you don't get out of that situation, you can't receive the situation that God has for you waiting. So I just wanted to give you guys a bit of encouragement to say that those that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength, but you have to mount up your wings and soar, run and not be weary, and walk and not fail. So God bless, and like I said, pray for those in Virginia and their families. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend.